Hey guys, so today we have a Shop My Stash video. We're going to be going through my collection together and picking out a full face of makeup of products that maybe I haven't used in a while or just products that I'm wanting to revisit. And then we're going to put them on my face, get ready with me style. The theme for this Shop My Stash is Thanksgiving makeup, so if you're looking for some inspo for a nice kind of cozy, toasty fall Thanksgiving look, that is kind of what I was going for today. I love how this like warm, sort of rusty eye look turned out. I haven't done a look quite this warm in a long time, and I forgot how much I love warm tones. So before we get into it, I do want to go ahead and thank today's sponsor, which is Ana Luisa. I'm so excited to be partnering with them again. I've been working with them all throughout the year. They are my favorite jewelry company. I'm pretty much always wearing at least one of their pieces, if not usually more than one. First, I want to show you the pieces that I've got on. These earrings are the Tia medium hoops. These are probably the biggest hoops I own, and I kind of love how chunky they are. The nice thing about these is even though they are kind of on the chunky side, they don't weigh down my earlobes. That is like my biggest pet peeve. So they're very comfortable, very lightweight, loving those. The other earrings I've been wearing in a lot of my recent videos are the mini Abby earrings. These, I love how they're kind of like a ball earring, but most of the time ball earrings are in a stud format, but these you wear more like a hoop and they just kind of hug the bottom of your earlobe. These are what I've been reaching for lately whenever I don't know what else to wear earring wise, because I feel like they just go with everything. And then this necklace is another new favorite. This is the Lexi. I love this. So it's a pendant inspired by the Venus de Milo statue, and I just love how kind of classic and timeless this is while also being very unique, and it kind of just makes a statement. So I love that. And what I love about Ana Luisa is they are completely carbon neutral and they use recycled metals in their pieces, which is not only great for the environment, but it also eliminates the need for potentially unethical mining practices. And I did want to let you guys know they are currently having a Black Friday sale on their website. It's buy one, get one 60% off. I'll have it linked at the very top of my description box, but it's getting to be that time of year where you gotta start thinking about holiday shopping. And I can tell you, their pieces make great gifts. I have given my mom a pair of their earrings in the past, and I swear, like half the time I see her, she's wearing those earrings. So she's still loving them. So if you're looking for a good gift for a loved one, they've got a lot of great variety of style, so they kind of have something for everyone. Highly recommend checking them out for your holiday shopping. So thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video, and let's go ahead and get into the Shop My Stash. Okay, so let's hop into the selection process now. Lately I've been enjoying starting down here where my eyeshadows are, and then kind of going up and figuring out the face makeup from there. Oh, there's a few palettes that I've got my eye on to use. One of them is my Profusion, where is she? My Profusion Mauves palette. This has some beautiful cranberry tones in it that I think are great for this time of year, Thanksgiving. You know, I'm thinking like some cranberry sauce vibes. So that could be pretty. Or I also have some palettes in here that I think would be great. My Aether Ametrine Quad would be pretty. Also thinking my Bili Beauty Eyes of India palette has some beautiful fall tones in it. Like I could also go in like the warm and toasty orange and gold direction. I'm thinking I'm gonna do my Bili Beauty palette because I feel like it's been quite a while since I've used this. So yeah, let's do that one. Let's give this some love. All right, from there I'll go ahead and pick out a lip product. So for the theme of Thanksgiving, I'm thinking I wanna do just something very comfortable that you don't really have to worry about looking weird as it wears off, that you can easily reapply. I'm thinking I want to do something with my E.L.F. lip lacquer in Fantasy, because this is just a really beautiful gloss, and maybe just wear this over like a nice sort of simple lip liner. I feel like I'm always using my Mented Peach lip pencil in like every video, every Shop My Stash, but I'm thinking this will be really pretty with the kind of warm toasty eye look I'm envisioning. So let's go with these. All right, so let's not also forget that I do have my current monthly makeup basket that I am actually gonna pull out. I'm not sure if I'll use this, but my Makeup Geek single in Grandstand, just because I might want to incorporate that into this look. I've also been loving this Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in Sunkissed. It's a beautiful kind of bronzer and contour in one. I'm gonna use that too. I've been using it a ton lately. Let's see. Let's go ahead and also grab my Undone Conceal to Reveal concealer. I've been having mixed feelings on this. I'm not sure if I like this. I cannot decide. So I'm gonna try this again. All right, I think that's all for my makeup basket for this go around. I have fallen so back in love with my Aether Beauty Pure Diamond Dust highlighter that's in my makeup basket right now. I've used it so many times, like way more than my goal of 5 times. So I'm thinking for this look, I'm gonna use my Pink Diamond Dust one, which is more of like a warm rose gold. I think that'll look really pretty with the warm eye look and the kind of golden peachy lip. There's that. Such a beautiful highlighter. All right, for blush, honestly, I don't have a ton of powder blushes these days. I also have my cream blushes. Dang, I have such a hard time choosing because I love them all. I do have my Undone one. I'm thinking that's a little bit too like berry-y for what I'm going for today. Let's pull out my Annabelle cream blush in Subtle Coral. This is a nice peachy blush, but it's not like too orangey. Can I get it off? That's what that looks like. And I'm thinking, normally I think of this as like a spring and summer blush, but it totally works for year round. I think it's gonna be really pretty with the, again, the warm toned eye look that I'm going for today. All right, so some of my foundations are in here, and then two of them are here on my makeup vanity. These two I can't lay sideways or they will leak, but I think I'm just gonna reach for my trusty old ColourPop Pretty Fresh because I just cannot get enough of this lately. It's so good, so reliable, and I feel like for Thanksgiving and holiday makeup looks, I like to go for something more on the like satin matte side, and this actually does have kind of just a natural soft matte finish, and I enjoy that finish for this type of look. So let's go for this one. Not gonna use a primer today. My sunscreen that I'm wearing, the Unsun one, kind of serves as a primer, so I just don't need a separate primer. And then we already picked out that Undone concealer, so I don't need to pick out one of those. And up here I have some of my Project Pan items, my just everyday use items. Do need to grab my primer potion. Might use my NYX glitter primer, not sure, gonna grab it just in case. And I'm kind of leaning towards a brown mascara for today. I think that'll go really nicely with this eye look. This is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume in the shade brown. For brows, I've actually been testing out a new brow product. I know, who am I? I got this on sale. Urban Decay's website was having a sale the other day. This was on sale for $11, and I've just been really curious about it. I've heard a lot of good things. It's the Brow Blade, and I have the shade Taupe Trap. It's like a dual-ended like brow marker and pencil. So I've just been testing that out, and then also grabbing my Jordana Feather Brow that I've been trying to use up. Just in case I decide to go rosier with the lip, I'm also gonna grab my Urban Decay Manic Lip Pencil, because this is in my Project Pan. I've kind of been slacking on this month, so maybe that's what I'll use instead of the Mented. We'll see. Just kind of depends on where the eye look goes. All right, I also want to grab one of the powders from here. I'm thinking I'll do my E.L.F. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder, and I'll use this as both my under eye setting powder and my face setting powder. And then the only other thing for my everyday makeup drawer I'm going to take out is my Supergoop Shimmer Shade. I'm just trying to use this as my eyeshadow base as much as possible so I can get as much use out of it as I can before it expires. And then I'm also going to take out my CoverGirl Kohl Eyeliner Pencil in Rich Brown that's in my Project Pan. So I'm thinking I'll probably use that for my eyeliner today. All right, and I think that is everything. As always, I feel like I might be forgetting something, but I think this covers every step of my routine. So I actually just remembered the other thing I want to pull out is my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I actually also just purchased this in that same sale, and I've just been testing it out. So I feel like for Thanksgiving, you don't really want to have to worry too much about the staying power of things. So I think this will be a good product to use for this as well. Let's go ahead and skip over to the application portion of the video. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. I just cannot get enough of this foundation lately. Typically like to kind of apply it sort of roughly with my hands where I want it. By hands, I mean my fingers, not my entire hand. And I swear this foundation just makes my skin look so nice. Like, I just have zero complaints about how my skin looks when I wear this foundation. It just smooths over everything so beautifully. All right, next for this Undone Conceal to Reveal concealer that is in my makeup basket right now. I really don't know how I feel about this. Today I'm gonna try applying it in a different way. I've gone back and forth on how I feel about this, but I kind of just swirled my finger through all three of the sections. So one problem I think is that the shade is a little bit too light for me. You can see it is a very brightening shade. But I'm gonna tap it in with my finger this time because sometimes I feel like with a sponge it doesn't blend in really well. So I'm hoping like the warmth of my finger might help it just go on a little bit more smoothly. I don't know if I love how balmy it is. But there's that. I mean, it's got decent coverage. I feel like I could probably go up like half a shade. It's funny because in the pan it looks like the perfect shade, but once it's on my eyes it looks lighter, which is odd. And I'm not super in love with the coverage either. This might be something that I might put on my kind of like chopping block of things that I might declutter, because like there have been some times that I've used it that I've liked it, and then other times I'm just like, you know. So before I go in with any powder products, I'm going to use my Annabelle Perfect Cream Blush in the shade Subtle Coral. I really haven't used this in a while, so this is a good item to use in a Shop My Stash video. I'm going to apply it with my BK Beauty 106 brush. This is my favorite cream blush brush. It's just the perfect size. So pretty. Alright, I feel like already some of that concealer has faded away, so I'm going to take just a tiny little dab on my ring finger to try to just bring up the coverage a little bit without like caking it on. Yeah, see, I feel like the coverage is lacking, and I'm really dipping into the full coverage section right now. But I'm going to go ahead and move on. I don't know, man. I thought I liked this concealer until I rolled it into my makeup basket, and now I'm not so sure. So going in with this E.L.F. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder in this shade Fair Light, and I'm just going to set both my under eyes and my face with this. I do feel like because this powder is my skin tone, it kind of made that concealer look a little bit less bright, so that's nice. Really don't love an overly bright concealer. That is looking better, that's good. Thank you, E.L.F. Sheer Tint Powder. Then I'm just going to buff that over the rest of my face to set everything in place. Next, for this Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in Sunkissed, I've been enjoying applying this with my Sigma Large Angled Contour Brush, the F40, because this really is kind of a contour shade. And I really like how this bronzer, it doesn't go on too pigmented, so it just looks very natural on my skin. Next, for this Aether Beauty highlight in Pink Diamond Dust, I forgot how much I like this highlighter formula. I feel like I like it more now than I ever did before even. It's actually a little bit sparkly, which I know is not everyone's preference for highlighters, and normally it's not my preference either, but it just has this almost wet, glimmery look to the skin that I just cannot get enough of. I don't have any other highlighter formulas quite like this. Look at how pretty that is. I definitely got a little heavy-handed with that. Like, I might have put a little too much on, but it's still not making my skin look too textured or anything. Alright, next just gonna prime my eyelids real quick. And then for this new brow product, I've been having a lot of fun testing this out. I'm gonna go ahead and brush through my brows with my spoolie to kind of get them into shape. Still trying to figure out the best way to use this, but I'm gonna start with the pencil on the tail, just to kind of get that laid down. And then for the pencil side, they call this an ink stain. Still kind of getting the hang of this, but so far I think I really like it because I find that I'm using just less product. Like, I am really just applying little strokes of that marker wherever I feel like I need it. I'm able to do a kind of less structured brow than usual. Still kind of mastering how to apply it, and I do think the shade Taupe Trap works really well for me. Alright, so then I am going to lay down my Supergoop shimmer shade in the shade I always want to say Daybreak, it's Daydream, and this is kind of just a cream shadow base. Really just trying to not necessarily use this up, because I doubt I'll be able to use it up in time, but just use it as much as possible before it expires. I'm using a little bit of my Project Pan powder just to set from the crease up. And then diving into the Bili Beauty Eyes of India palette. I love this palette. It's been a little while since I've played with it. And recently one of you guys was like, you should really use that Bili Beauty palette because it's just the perfect fall palette with those jewel tones, so let's do it. I'm going to first take Bengal, this beautiful like terracotta orange shade. That's going to be my crease color. I think I'm just going to do my kind of go-to fall look with this palette because I do have kind of a go-to look that I just love wearing in the fall. Then from there I'm going to dip into this deeper kind of rusty reddish color and just apply that more targeted into my crease and also to kind of deepen up the outer corner. Then back to that fluffier crease brush. Oh, sometimes I really do love like toasty, warm, orangey tones. I just think they're so pretty. So then for my lid shade, I'm going to use the shade Sona, the gold, and I'm just going to pack that all over my lid. Hi Tala. How are you, sweet pea? Oh my goodness, I forgot how beautiful this palette was. Oh, it's so pretty. So for my inner corner, I'm going to use the shade Taj Mahal, that pearly shade. That is going to just really brighten things up. Alright, I also want to take some of this deep matte brown and kind of smoke that on my upper lash line. I'm also going to use a brown pencil liner, but I just want this to be a nice, very smoky liner. So I'm going to start with this shade. And I'm just using this on a very old, like small flat brush from Eco Tools. I'm also going to go ahead and smoke some of that on my lower lash line too. Why not? You're so pretty. Love you. Now I have cat hair on my face. Alright, before I do any eyeliner or mascara, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Next, for my CoverGirl Kohl eyeliner pencil in Rich Brown. Just going to apply this as close to my lash line as I can. I don't think I'm going to wing it out today, I'm just not really in the mood. Next, I'm going to apply some of my Jordana Feather Brow Gel just to kind of set those into place. And then just going to do a couple coats of the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara in brown. And this is a true brown. Because this is a brown mascara, it's not going to make your lashes stand out as much as a black mascara, even though the formula of this is really nice and lengthening. It's just because, you know, it's obviously not making your lashes as dark as a black mascara. But I like that look for just like a nice Thanksgiving look. I mean, for me, Thanksgiving is a very cozy holiday, and I like getting kind of glammed up with my eyeshadow for the occasion, but I also feel like a kind of a more subtle mascara works well. Oh, just realized I didn't end up using that single shadow from Makeup Geek. That's the shade Grandstand from my makeup basket, but that's totally fine because I just love how this warm look turned out. So I'm thinking for the lips, I did have those two lip liner options. Let's try on Manic. This is Urban Decay Manic that's in my Project Pan. I feel like this might be a little too pink and rosy, but it also might help kind of balance out the warmth of the eye. So it might be a little too rosy on its own, but let's see what that looks like with this E.L.F. lip lacquer in Fantasy on top. Yeah, I think I want to do my Mented Peach Lip Pencil after all. Yes, that's a winner. So that is how this look came together. I love how this turned out. I'm loving these warm, rusty orangey tones on my eyes. I don't wear warm tones like this warm super often, but I'm kind of loving it. Again, if you're interested in checking out the Ana Luisa sale, I've got all that information linked down below. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon in my next video. Bye.